Hello and welcome. I am Maya, a teacher, and this is my 5th grade Oasis channel. I've been a teacher for over 20 years. I've taught gen ed, I've taught bilingual, and today I would like to share with you in this video different strategies that you can use for your classroom management. Whether you are a brand new teacher or maybe you're brand new to teaching 5th grade, classroom management is the key component in success for students. Classroom management refers to the way you handle things in your classroom when it comes to rewards, to discipline, to consequences, routines, everything related on how you want your classroom to run smoothly. If you are going to be teaching 5th grade, know that 5th grade is basically a transition year. Kids are about to go to middle school after this, so they will have to be prepared not only academically, but a lot of them in social skills have to be, there will be some changes as well. Some of our students comes from home that have zero discipline or zero structure. So when they come to the classroom, you as the teacher have to teach them some boundaries, structures to better prepare them. So when they go to middle school and have a lot of changes there with new teachers, new schedules and things like that, they should be prepared. So I will share with you now my top 5 classroom management tips based on my experience of all my years of teaching. Number 1, first day is key. You as a teacher have the task to set your boundaries and set your rules from day 1. Day 1 is an extremely important day, and I know it's tough because you want to greet your students, you want to make them feel welcome and happy and everything great for them. However, the first day for 5th grade is the toughest day because you have to demonstrate that you are the queen bee there, and that is your kingdom. They have to learn to follow rules, set structures and things like that. And that doesn't mean on the first day that you're going to treat them bad or be a witch, but you are going to be serious. You have to be set boundaries. I know building relationships is extremely important and we must eventually, but not on the first day. I suggest that on the first day, again, you treat them in a way that they see you as the leader there. That you are in charge. This is your classroom. These are your rules. There's high expectations for them that you expect for them to meet. On that first day, you establish all your classroom rules. You practice with them all the procedures over and over until they get it right. And not only on the first day, but throughout the first few weeks of school, you have to consistently practice all these rules that you're establishing. Also, make sure that once you establish your classroom rules, on the first day, maybe you develop them with the students together. I personally don't. I just like to set my rules, and these are the rules, and I post them on the somewhere in the classroom and refer to them if there's any fault at them. I will always tell them, hey, remember this rule, look at the chart, this is the rule that we talked about on the first day. You refer back to it. My second tip is to develop a class management plan. There are out there many management programs that you can implement in your classroom. Some schools implement them as a whole school where they all have a specific character counts maybe kind of program, or in your own classroom you can develop some sort of system, rewards and consequences for all their actions and all if they don't meet your expectations. For example, in my classroom we use something called a performance sheet. This sheet I give to my students on a weekly basis, and this is how I keep track of how are they doing in class. It includes homework, classwork, materials that they're supposed to bring, behavior outside in the hallway or behavior outside in recess. So all of that I keep track on this sheet of paper that whenever they don't follow something, I will put a mark on them. And if they have a total of 2 to 3 marks in a week, then they'll have to stay on Friday for detention. Now, my schools allows this. But if your school does not allow this, you have to come up with certain plan that they will let you establish some rewards and consequences that works for you. And this performance sheet also serves me as parent communications because I send it home again Thursday night, parents are supposed to take a look at it to see how their kid did throughout the week. And if they have any messages to send to me or I have a message to send to them, I will just write it down in that piece of paper. Now, fifth graders are sneaky and sometimes they want to lose this paper. But in my class, if you lose this performance sheet, that's automatic detention and they know it, so they try never to lose it. Number 3, be consistent. If you promise a reward, you have to give them the reward. If you said that there will be a consequence for someone who does not turn in homework or classwork done or anything like that or behavior issues, you have to be consistent and actually give the consequence. Because when students see that you are not consistent, they will keep testing you and then they will not follow through. Number 4 is parent contact. Parents are your teammates, and I always see them that way. You have to keep constant communication with parents, either through a performance sheet like the one I just showed you, maybe through phone calls, emails. If you have a Google Classroom, they can communicate with you there through Clever, whatever computer system you have. But classroom communication with the parent is key. Parents must be aware, either if the kids are doing good, because not everything should be bad. You also have to be positive. They're doing good, send a note home. Hey, your child is going to have a reward. Your child has been doing great. Maybe a homework pass because they've done all the homework in the past week, something like that. And also, if they're not doing that well, you have to communicate that to the parent. Hey, your child needs more help at home, or maybe you can leave him more time for tutoring, things like that, so that when you get parent conferences, it should not be a surprise to a parent that they should not be telling you, hey, I didn't know he was doing this, or you should have constant communication with the parents. And number 5 is, of course, to develop relationships. As I mentioned in number 1, the first day you have to be strict and serious and plant your bases. But as time goes by and you learn to know your students and who they are, you have to develop relationships. Kids must know that you care about them, that you're interested in their lives and what they like, and try to build relationships. I try to build relationships in the morning when we have morning meetings, or maybe at recess time. I like to walk around when they're playing and talk about what they like to do, what's going on. I like to build relationships as well. When we are, sometimes we have a lunchtime together. I just go to the cafeteria, sit down with them, have some time with them. You build relationships, because when students know that you care, they will have a fun respect for you and will minimize any classroom issues with you, because they would want to please you and they will want to make you happy because they know you care. And finally, if you tried any of these tips and maybe you're still having some classroom management issues, you can still always reach out to your administration, the assistant principal, the principal. There's people there to help you out. You're not alone on this if this is your first year. Reach out for help. Maybe you can develop together with your administration a special plan that is help out with the student. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I hope you use any of these tips. And let me know if you have other tips or how do you do your classroom management. Comment it down below. Like my video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and I'll see you in my next video. See you soon.